everyone. Welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. So excited to be with you in the studios on a Saturday talking a little real estate. January is here. The month is almost pretty much down. We're going to start a new month. It's February. The year is just flying. And I hope you're doing well and excited about the real estate market and so much going on in East Tennessee. And we've got a great show for you. So much in the news. The Vols are active this weekend. So many things going on. And my daughter's basketball game championship is this weekend. Excited coaching the girls, having so much fun out there. It's been a blast. Has some great young ladies that me and April are working with, and just excited to work with those young ladies and just all that they've done over the season, as I know you parents are. I know it's basketball season, so much going on. Parents are busy. And if you're in the car, thanks for tuning in to Real Estate with Ryan. You can catch us every Saturday, News Talk 98.7 at 1 o'clock, Talk Radio 92.3 FM at 11 o'clock. And if you're like me, you might be at the ball game. No worries. We got you covered on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And, of course, we're on Google, Spotify, and iTunes. Catch us on the replay if you happen to miss the show. You're going to love this show. And our reason for it is we help a lot of people in our community. A lot of our seniors are 50-plus, 55-plus. A lot of my clientele. And today's show is, how do you help our seniors downsize or relocate with family? It's a big topic, sometimes a hard topic to cover. And but we've helped a lot of people this week, our sellers this month, and had some great success stories. A lot of hugs, a lot of pictures. Check us out on social media. A lot of pictures of some great seniors that we've helped and great clients. And it is such a big move. But we were so excited to be part of that and love to get those hugs and love to have those stories. Just like one of my great clients at Jones's that they called and they did transition to assisted living. And it's such a big move, such a big move. And that's why we've got this show to talk about how that process was. But they couldn't be more happier. Mr. Jones was, playing cards and she was happy, got new friends and things going on. But that first step of, getting Ryan out there to the property and actually kind of pulling the trigger to get the process going and moving everything is very scary, and it's, even at my age, just thinking about picking up and moving the house and is a big transition that we deal with. But our senior community, it can be a very difficult step. It could be an exciting step. And we're going to talk about all that and so much more. Real Estate with Ryan, before we kind of get into the show. Got some congrats, new listings, some closings, and keeping things going. And so we don't want to kind of overlook all the congrats and new listings that we've got going on. New listing on 467 Watauga down in Knoxville, North Knoxville. Make sure you check that. Total remodel, 4 bedrooms, 1 full bath, historic homes. It's a beautiful property, totally renovated. Tongue-tied here. Make sure you check that out. It is on ryancoleman.org. New lot in Tennessee National. Opportunity to build your forever home. We got 7244 Persimmon Ridge, Kings Hills Boulevard. You like that? Nick, you like that? A little boulevard today. Kings Hill Boulevard, got a new price on it in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge area. Great opportunity, over 5,000 square feet. Got a great basement there. And he's totally renovated it with a pool. So don't miss that out. Just went under $700,000. Panther Creek, congrats on the new contract. Buchanan Road, congrats on the contract there in Tazewell. Middle Creek, back under contract in Cosby. Abels Valley, under contract, congrats. And then, of course, we've got our great seller, Linda Lupa, on 3930 Settlers Trail. Congrats on your closing. Coppers Valley Road, congrats to you guys. Morning Valley Drive, congrats. And then 5918 to the Joneses, congrats. So that's our real estate news. So January, staying busy, closing out a lot of property, looking forward for the spring market, as everybody is. And how do we talk about in 2023, what are we going to do to kind of help our seniors? We've got to have our seniors, and they're the best. They really are. A lot of my clients have entrusted us on one of the largest moves that they're going to make, maybe their last move that they're going to make. And so it's a big move, and we want to talk about that today. Take time throughout the show, not be rushed, and kind of cover a lot of topics there. A lot of guys that you guys are listening to may know somebody, family member, friend, that may have to deal with this at some point. And it doesn't mean that they're actually moving to assisted living because of health reasons, but it may just be for accommodations. Now, we have a lot of people, great clients that just sold. in Kodak, and they're moving with family. It just makes sense. You got 4,000 square foot house, got the basement, got the big yard and everything like that. And more probably for emotional support, they're moving closer to family. Kids are grown and they want to do some things. They want to stay active, want to do some traveling, and that's exciting. And the problem with the 4,000 square foot house, there's just a time and season for that. And so the biggest thing is coming to that understanding that, it's time, Ryan. If I'm going to sell it, let's do it now. And where do we start that process? So we're going to go over everything, what you need to do to sell your home, whether you're moving with family, assisted living, or a combination, maybe relocating out of state and getting a really smaller place. So lots of different options there. And the first thing you want to start to do, if you have family members, if your children are around, you want to make sure that you have somebody that's helping you kind of start the process. So start the process meaning is, what if for some reason you need to sign documents? Maybe it's fast pace, maybe combination of reasons. Maybe you're going to go ahead and relocate out of state, and we need to go ahead and establish proper authority. So the first step in selling a home for your family, or if you're not going to be here, is to establish a POA. All right. Want to do it in POA. It's called a specific power of attorney. And what that means is I'm delegating my authority, whether it's my son, grandson, close friend, spouse, whoever, that's going to have the authority to sell my property and sign whatever documents that you'll need. You need to get with an attorney to get that done, or there are places online you could do a specific power of attorney. But I would urge you to seek legal counsel on that to make sure everything is done properly. In some states like Colorado, guardianships will not give you authority to sell the property on behalf of your parent. So just because they're your parent doesn't mean you have the legal right to sell that. And in some states, without a court order or a guardian or conservator, that you have no authority to sell that property owned by a ward, meaning the guardian of your parents, you still need a court order to sell the home. And under most states, adults with child will require permission from the court before selling the property. So it's important to start authority and the legal authority to kind of start that process if you get to that point. We just had one of our great clients. We had pulled off the market for a little bit, and we needed to. There was some illness there, so it's important to have that power of attorney, even if you don't need it. But maybe coming up in the next couple of years, you think it's a possibility. It doesn't hurt to have that power of attorney on file. And of course, this is all prevented because without a power of attorney or the proper authority, there's a lot of scams. There's a lot of people that try to take advantage of our seniors, which is really, really sad. And so it's important that you have good family, good people watching over our seniors to make sure there's no scams or mishandlings. Okay. Next step. What do you want to do? You need to know your home's value, as we talk about on the show all the time. You need to know your home's value in a changing market because it's constantly changing. Real estate is cyclical. We go through cycles, and we've probably come out of a 2-year cycle that's been extremely strong. And we're going into a different cycle that is, who knows, right? Rates are a little bit elevated, but still a good market. Inventory is lower, but it's important to know your value if you're thinking about selling here in the next couple of years, especially in 2023. So you want to get with a great agent in the market that knows your home's value. You don't want to go to some of these online sites or Zestimates or where you fill out a value, because that's not very accurate. We have a free service that we offer to you. You got 2 ways to do it. You can do it at your leisure, or you can call us directly. But if you wanted to text, and maybe you're not there right now, but want to kind of get an idea of what your value is worth, you could text 865-290-2290, or you can go directly to my website where there's an online evaluation, and you can fill that out to kind of start that process at ryancoleman.org. Either way, you need to have an opportunity to have an estimated value of your home. And if you're really thinking that might be a possibility to sell, there's no better solution than having a great agent come out and talk to you to see what is needed. Real estate is so specific, property detailed and targeted. You may have great views. You may have great neighbors, large backyard, upgrades and things that are done that really affect the value of your home. And some of that just can't be done by doing it online without looking at the property. But those are steps that you want to start. And of course, then you need to start the interview process of getting a great agent in your corner. You need an agent that has worked with seniors, that specializes in the senior community, and that understands, that has the compassion and the communication that it needs to work with our great seniors. Once we establish that appraisal value, we need to understand what we may or may not need to do to the home. We're coming on a break. Stay with us. We got so much more with Real Estate with Ryan on the second half.
There's no place like home, and this basketball house is special. The great games, players, championships, it's a true home court advantage.
I'm Ryan Coleman. Both basketball and real estate take great drive and determination. Whether you're in the market to buy or sell a home,
let Hometown Realty give you the home court advantage.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty. The real estate market's changing every day. You need to know your home's value in today's market. Text your home address to 290-2290 for an instant, no obligation home evaluation. That's 865-290-2290. And remember, when you're ready to sell, we have a guaranteed sale program to get you in your next home stress-free. Trust your hometown experts. We've helped thousands of people just like you. All right, we're back at it on the break. Thank you for tuning back in on the second half of Real Estate with Ryan. We've got a great show for you. We're talking about how to help your senior sell their property and possibly, or your family member, sell that property and either downsize or relocate with family. And so that's what we're talking about. And there's a lot of steps involved. Before we get too far in that, and we have a lot of topics to kind of cover, so in the second half, but we have our 60-second Vol update. You know, Hometown Realty is proud sponsor of the Vols. I hope you maybe seen our new commercial out with Josiah Jordan James. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. If you like it, great commercial there done with Josiah. Thanks for all his work and hard work on that. And my team there did a great job of putting that together. And I hope you guys like it. We like doing that. And we love our Vols. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. All right. As you know, the men basketball program is number 4 in the country with a win over Georgia the other night. Of course, we have the men's basketball playing Texas Saturday at 6 p.m. ESPN College Game Day is live, 11 o'clock. Tennessee is the only school to have hosted ESPN College Game Day for football and men's basketball and women's basketball. Don't forget UConn game was game day as well. The women Lady Vols again played on Thursday. UConn, number 5 UConn, on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Let's see, College Game Day, the last time that they came to Thompson-Boling Arena was January 15th, 2011. That's your 60-second Vol update. A lot of Vol news. Go Vols. Go Big Orange. All right, let's get back onto it. A lot of news. What do you think about those Vols? Pretty exciting about the program. So Coach Heupel got extended on his program. His contract extension, athletic director, Mr. White, got extended. Congrats to those guys. They're doing an awesome job for the program and university. So excited to see that, and just excited to see where the Vols are going in upcoming season. I think we got a lot of things going in the program on all sports. So great to be a Vol, and great to live in East Tennessee, man. I told you. That's why they're coming. That's why everybody's relocating, guys. Get used to the orange, baby. Get used to that orange. And if you don't have orange, we'll get you a sweatshirt or something. We'll get you, once you go to the game, I try to tell some guys that have never been to a game, and I said, once you go there and get the energy, it's just contagious. It just goes through there, and that's where they get that Vol for life. And so, excited to support our Vols this year, and then excited to talk about our seniors in this move, and a big move that's affecting a lot of people throughout the U.S. and, of course, who we help on a routine basis. Selling your home in this market, and selling is challenging enough, but being our senior community, one of the biggest moves that they're going to make is, leaving that home that maybe you raised your kids at, and you and your spouse have lived there for years. And just that move that you got to make, that it's time, or you want to live closer to family because everybody's grown, you're empty nesters, and you have an opportunity now to kind of say, hey, I want to travel a little bit, Ryan. I want to live close to family. It makes sense. So we were talking on the first part of the half of the show was, hey, we got to talk about a little real estate. Got to get the right agent. Got to know your value. Got to establish proper authority. And it's so important to know exactly to get the right agent to work with you in that big move. If they don't specialize with a lot of seniors, then they may not be the right fit. Our seniors are wonderful people, but understand, guys, just because you may move at a fast pace, you understand this may be a very traumatic move for a lot of our seniors, and it's hard letting go. And a lot of our seniors are selling their property, and a lot of that is security. I laugh. My papa, he called his last, his house was his castle, and they said that he wasn't leaving under no circumstances. So we'll let you know what that imagination went with that. But so and a lot of seniors feel like that. That's their security. They live there. It's a comfort blanket. It's where they raise their kids. There's tons of memories. And how do you handle that transition? How do you start having those conversations? And, with stairs and things like that, you really have to start thinking about health issues if it's safety to concern on our seniors the stairs are a big factor. And then just the maintenance that is required on these homes. Even on a condo, there's still a lot of maintenance that's required. There's cleaning. There's still things that snow removal and things that come in that may not be the perfect fit. And then we're looking at healthcare issues. Do we have one spouse that has some health issues that needs more attentive care than the other spouse can get involved with? And what do? You don't have the help. Assisted care or hiring help is so expensive. So there's a lot of different options there. Having your family members involved is crucial. If you're working with a great agent that helps you with this process, it's important that everybody works together as a team and make sure that great communication is between, not only the client or a great senior, but their spouses or siblings or guardian, and make sure that they're involved in every step of the way. Some things that you'll need when you'll sell your property, and it's important to get this information, is to gather some information of the deed. Okay. You'll make sure you get a deed, the old deed when they had one. Copy of information if they have a loan or a mortgage on the property. You need your loan number, customer service number, address of the bank if they're local or out of state. Now, a lot of times, guys, these lenders have sold these properties over and over and over again. So the lender you're dealing with is a service company, so they should change. They could change. And it's important for you to know who the actual lender is or the service company, okay? Home insurance is important. Make sure that's up to date and who has the insurance on the property. And then a lot of our seniors have non-traditional mortgages. So non-traditional mortgage would be something like an FHA or a reverse mortgage. And so it's important to understand how an FHA reverse mortgage comes into play. So there's some restrictions and a little bit more hurdles during that process. With an FHA reverse mortgage, for instance, as long as the parents or the borrower are still living, there's no payments usually. And they can take draws a couple different ways. They could had money payments come in monthly, or they could have took all their equity at one time. But once that period passes where the borrower is no longer living or living in the property specifically, then that mortgage may become due on clause, due unsaleable. And so at that time, something has to be done to prevent, any kind of action taken from the bank. So it's important to know those steps. Now, on a reverse mortgage, keep in mind that at the time the reverse mortgage was done, you as the owner has the benefit of the equity. So you still can sell the property and cover the difference. So important to have a great agent that understands reverse mortgages as we talk about helping our senior community walk them through that process and how to handle that. Let's get our property ready to sell. We want to start that declutter process sooner than later. A lot of personal memories, a lot of pictures, things like that. Very important to kind of get a storage unit or start working on that process of decluttering and relocating stuff ahead of time. There's a lot of moving parts, and we don't want to start that process later. We want to start it sooner, and there's a lot of stuff. We want to have an opportunity and a timeline We talked about getting with an agent, get a walkthrough done. Okay. Get us to come out to your property. Let's talk a little bit about what needs to be done, possibility of any repairs or things that need to be done. Let's work on that opportunity now than the last minute. Finding contractors or finding anybody in this market that want to work is hard, right? You guys know it. I know it. And so we want to start that process where if we have to get bids or we have to get a handyman to fix a couple of things, then we need to do that and plan appropriately. Let's talk about establishing a timeline, what to expect from start to finish. When do we start pictures? When do we start showings? When am I required to leave, Ryan? When do they want me out of the property? Usually in Tennessee, when you close on the property, they're going to want possession, but we're able to negotiate things after that on a routine basis. So it just depends. But routinely, when you close, they're going to want, possession of the property. Staging the home is so important. Not sure exactly how it shows, but that's when you have a great agent like myself and my team come out to look at it. We can give you tips on whether staging is appropriate or what will be the best course of marketing in today's market. Financing options. Maybe you need to look at some financing too. Maybe where you're moving with family, you're going to buy something smaller. All right, let's talk about that, whether we're going to pay cash or a small mortgage or a bridge that will allow us to pay that off as soon as we sell. And we talk about memory. So important that be kind to our seniors and know that this is a delicate move and all parties involved. And there may be a lot of tears, maybe some anger, maybe some resistance, maybe some crying. We all may cry, but it's a season that they need to go through and you need to help them and you need a great support group around them. And so that's what I've got for the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. We love our seniors. We love you guys. Listen, thank you for following us. We'll catch you next week with Real Estate with Ryan.